Come back to another video. It's the same video. Why angels don't exist anymore. Well, hey, watch my previous video. I'm terrible at explaining things, but just try to listen to it, and maybe it might click, and maybe it just might not. But angels don't exist no more. Anything of the spiritual do not exist anymore. Like, it's obviously there, but it don't exist in the time and age that we're currently in. Why? Because people don't really take that route anymore. People want a higher power that's currently there to help them out, like the government. They don't really want to take the journey or the steps to becoming the person that they really want to be. They don't do that no more. They don't focus on spirituality anymore. And that's why angels don't exist anymore, because angels come from spirituality. Like, you might think some fucking wing shit in the air come and save you, but that's not the case. Like, the, the only people that can come and save you is somebody like the cops, somebody who devoted their life to save you. People think that all these non-physical angels and demons exist. I don't. I believe that if you are seeing stuff move around and shit, and they be like energy, they feed off emotions. But take from this point of view, say you are a government experiment, right? Because you know they have all types of classified shit, and you're able to use your astral body, and you constantly go to this family where they give you emotions, where like emotion that you enjoy, like they be freaked out. Instead of going to a family that you knock something over, and they be like, and they turn their head, you're obviously gonna leave them alone. You're gonna go to somebody that believe in demons and shit like that. And then when you connect yourself with them, start fucking with them, they start giving you the right emotions where like you feel like you're actually fucking with them, scaring them and shit. That's the way that I see it. I just see it as a government experiment. I don't really see angels and demons because when you die, you leave. That's what the whole moon matrix is for. You get reincarnated. So you don't get trapped here, you get reincarnated. It's like a 1, 2, 3 step. You can't just all of a sudden get trapped here and not get into another body. That don't make sense. The only thing that you can do is get reincarnated. That's why I believe that there's no angels or demons here. Because if those demons once was alive, why didn't they get reincarnated? Because it's not about how you look. That's how some people believe. Like, boy, those demons look like that, so maybe their souls look like that. No. Their souls is connected to the third eye. And whatever the third eye is connected to, that's the body you're going to be in. So it don't really matter how you look, because for some reason, when the people be drawing out demons, they know how they looked, but that don't make sense because that's how they physical body look. How do you know how they energy body look? Do it look this like minds? One that makes sense if it look like yours, but just that they're in a different body, like how you got two different races, white and black, and you just, you know. But back to the point. I don't know topic, but the reason why angels don't exist no more because no one really take that route anymore. Everybody wants somebody. It's like now we're on this physical age where people want somebody with a PhD to come save their life. Somebody who's been studying in school. But it's crazy because all the stuff that we know to this day, even though we know the higher level stuff, like the shit better yet, what Einstein was trying to figure out, he couldn't figure out. The question is, why couldn't he figure it out? It's because somewhere in our education or learning or somewhere in the information that was left for us to learn? Are we missing some information that can lead us to the right path? Are we missing the key information? Not even key, it could be little shit that doesn't matter, but it matters when you're trying to figure out space-time continuum shit. It's just like little pieces that don't really matter, but it matters because you obviously needed to figure out space-time continuum. Are we missing those keys? And if we are, how do you know we're not missing more keys than that? And then we're trying to get this guy with a PhD to help us, but he's over here missing keys. How can he even help us? And then the crazy thing about it, he could have his PhD, but who said he was the hardest working in his class? He was somebody who took a different route with his PhD, who decided to go public. And then you got other hard workers who do stuff in the private. So how do you know? And because you know there's always levels to this shit. How do you know if he's the highest ranking PhD or master's degree or what the fuck ever degree? How do you know if he's the best at his craft? He probably somebody who's went and got it just for an image. And that's the same exact person that you want to help you. It's like y'all want somebody to help y'all. But then you be having people that take certain routes, but while they're taking it, they're starting to change. And people are not comfortable with that change. But the person that's taking that route can't help it because low key he's finding his true self. And then what fucks up finding his true self is how nowadays explain what your true self should be acting like godly. And now he's over there acting godly and different. People are like, yo, he's fucking weird. Because he stepped out of line. He's not trying to get a PhD. He's not trying to get a master's degree. He's over there trying to find himself. What the hell is that? While the same people who are saying that are nobodies. They just fuck anybody, diseased out, don't know shit, probably a thought, probably don't want to have a fucking job. And they be trying to just shit on the other person that's actually doing something that really matters. And the person that's actually doing something and that really matters, they're trying to probably help people. But currently, like the guy who's going for his PhD, they're currently learning something. But say if that person finish, right? Would he become somebody that actually helped thousands of people? The world may never know, because the real reason is, the real thing is, before he even make it to that point, he will get stopped. Why would he get stopped? Because people don't fuck with that shit no more. They might think a demon is possessing him. He's doing witchcraft. He's doing magic. He's doing shit that the Bible don't approve of anymore. So you might have sent him to a mental institution. He lose everything that he was working for. Now he changed. But that person could have helped thousands of people. I'm not trying to say all people that go to mental institutions are helpers. But they're there for a reason. More mental institutions, they're there for a reason. Is to catch people like that. Because they don't want nobody that out here that knows the secrets to free people mentally. Not really free you, but free you in knowledge. They don't want people out there like that. So they gave you personalities how they might be acting, because that's how they created them. They made them act that way because they've been brainwashed when they was a kid on how somebody godly and finding themselves should act. And when you see somebody acting like that, y'all be like, yo, he's a bit weird. Because I haven't seen nobody act like that before. Then y'all just fuck up his life. And now he was actually trying to take this path for thousands of people so he can help humanity. But people who are looking for somebody with a PhD to help them, they don't give a fuck. Because they're looking for a guy with a PhD, somebody who went to school to learn shit, where some knowledge or classes or whatever, you're missing keys. So if you're missing keys, well, I already talked about that. Like, it's like humanity is going nowhere. We're just stuck in time. Like, this is like the Ice Age. We're just stuck in time. Look at it. Nothing has changed for like the past, what, thousands of years? Probably like 1,000, 500 years. That's a long ass time. That's like 4 lifetimes. Nothing has changed. Nothing. Like, it's a little funny. Nothing changed. Look around. You might say we have new iPhones. What's that? Nothing changed. Nothing that can better the human race has changed. It's always researching. Then you stop hearing the research. Like, nothing changed. The only thing that's changed, like, what they brainwash you and tell you that you see change, right? You only see change when you see a new piece of technology come out. So every time you see some new technology, you feel like the world is changing slowly. But this technology is recreation of the previous technology that we have. Now it's just the iPhone 7. And now you're probably looking like, look at this, we can do this with now. Our technology is getting better, it's getting slimmer. What the hell are you talking about? Have you ever opened up anything back in the day? The only thing that was making it fat was the casings inside on the motherboard. And they had to just make a plastic case to go around all those casings. Like, you'll look at the motherboard and be like metal cases on it. Now they just slimmed that metal case down. That metal thing that's holding all the precious thing that's on the motherboard. Now they just slimmed that thing down. And like, you know how you can like bend shit on a motherboard and shit like that? Like, phone's not even that thin. But if you think about it, that's what they probably doing on the inside. Just slimming it down. Because half the things that it had back in the day was so unnecessary. That's why phones and shit was so good. Because it had a lot of technology built into it. And now they just cut it, trim it down. Now phones are shit. But it's slim. And that's what people like. That is all people care about. And nothing has changed. Nothing is changing. Nothing. Cars got dumbed down. Now it's just fiberglass. I know it's like they made it fiberglass so you can easily save somebody from an accident. Because if the car is built from all metal, it would be hard to get somebody out the car in a head-on collision. Now since fiberglass, it's easier to break through the car. I know that, but the car has been dumbed down as well because it's not made of metal anymore. There, there's no more angels. I know I just went from one thing to another, but there's no more angels. People keep thinking that, like, something is gonna come and save them. Nothing is gonna save you, because the people that was here to save you, they're all gone, and they're trapped like for 70 years. They're just gone. Now you gotta save yourself. No one out here to save you anymore. Like, there's nothing. They got you exactly what you want. It's a game of chess. If you take out the pawns, where are usually the angels, because that was always a role. There was always the pawns. When you take out the pawns, leaves everything else. The horse shit, the king and queen. The pawn was really the best part of the game. It was the start. But now they have taken your start. Why they used to have day pawns? Because you always hear of occults and shit like that. Shit that don't matter, but it matters because that's their pawns. And you just sacrifice your pawn before you even started the game. And the thing about it is not you. It's other people. Other people that's behind the pawn. Not really behind, they're with the pawn. It's like the pawns are just missing pieces now. Like, it's a half a pawn. It's like we're just snitching on each other. We're just giving up good people. Because you got to think about it. People like angels are this, angels are that. But wasn't angels psychopaths? Wasn't they fucking crazy? How the fuck do you fly out the air and come kill somebody? Right? Don't matter if they're good or bad. You got people nowadays who hesitate to kill a known murderer. Some people don't hesitate. That shows some people state of mind. Some people don't hesitate, but some people do. And then they feel bad after. That's why some police officers have the psych people that talk to them after they go out and kill somebody. But angels would just take out a demon like that, just totally obliterate them. You even got some angels depicted, not depicted, but drawn out, like you can see them actually killing a demon. And then your brain is like, nothing's happening, he's killing a demon. But if you break it all down and take off the wings, that's just one person killing another person. It don't matter what they did. So it don't matter, angels are psychopaths. Period. And they take these traits and say, this is what build an angel. And then we tell people that if somebody's trying to connect to these traits, send them to a mental ward. That will calm them down. Because in this time and era that we're in, we don't need angels. This is so demonic. They're just winning. Because if you think about it, God was in this body too as well, because we was made in his image. Right? You gotta think about this. We was made in his image, so he looked just like us. Let's go back to the elites. The elites even said, look at the elites and look at us. The elites' bloodline was made of the purest bloodline. They ancestry tree go back to the beginning of time. And do they look different from us? No. Right? They don't look no different. Not at all. So that means us and angels and all that shit, we all look just alike. My question is God here to this day? Was God reincarnated on this planet expecting that we would know better to put out the right knowledge? And he was looking for that knowledge so he can be himself again? But instead I gave him math and reading and shit like that. Because if you think about it, if Jesus Christ was God, right? He was in the image of him. They killed them. Right? They killed them. Did he reincarnate on this planet after being rebirthed? Because when you rebirth, you don't remember shit. And this is the reason why. It has nothing to do with them poisoning the body. It's just so that you can forget all the stuff you did in your last life. Because you might kill people. You don't want to bring that back. You want to start over fresh. Start over a new clean slate. The only thing you're going to have and remember are the traits that you wanted to have. Like, you was a drawer, you was this, you was a kind person, blah blah blah. You know, simple shit that you would remember. Like that. You're a drawer. You're a great fighter. That's what you want to remember. So after they killed Jesus Christ, that's when everything changed. If you notice, that's when they start building shit, changing shit, making shit, everything. So when I say if Jesus Christ was reborn, is he born into this age? Right? Now you don't know anything? He's probably like a fucking scholar. Probably with Albert Einstein. Did Einstein do anything? No. He was just labeled as one of the smartest mans. What did he really do? He probably figured out some questions and sent a satellite out into space. Just minor shit. But do you think that Jesus is actually here? Think about it. Because around that time, they was always talking about the North Star. And what was the North Star? Was it the moon? And then you got people out there talking about the moon matrix. How they trap you here. Because when you die, you get shoot back into the solar system. And then you get rebirth. But the magnetism is so strong, because everything is so energy, that moon could be keeping you here circulating in this earth. So you think he's circulating? Just think about it. And if he's here, why the fuck people keep thinking that somebody's gonna save him if he need help? Because if you think about it, go back to the story of Jesus Christ. He wasn't Jesus until the age of 12. And then he had to learn shit prior to he was 22. And then he started teaching people the right ways of living in life. So he was nowhere just like me and you. And back in the day, it was easier to learn knowledge like that because it was hard to find people that knew shit. Nowadays, it's so easy to find you, they don't even have to come out their chairs. Your own classmates or the own sheeples around you will rat you out and sign petitions to erase whatever you're doing. And that's it. It's so easy now. Just think about it. Because if he was in his spirit, right? That's his spirit. Like, you can't be in your dad's spirit. That don't make no fucking sense. Have anybody thought about this? You're in your dad's spirit. The fuck are you talking about? My dad is dead. I'm in my spirit. So how can you be in your dad's spirit? Does that make any sense? Just think about it. How can you be in your dad's spirit? Did that make any sense at all? No. But can you be in your spirit? Yeah. He was in his spirit. But the way that they was probably describing it back in the day, it made it seem like that. Or they're trying to lie to you. Because everything was written after his death. How the fuck can all these people come together and rewrite this person's life after his death? To cover shit up? To confuse? Anything could have happened. The biggest magic trick of all. There's no more angels. Like, Olympus has fallen a long ass time ago. Like, we in a new age. This is why devil worship is so popular. They started their own religion. They been did. It's called devil worship, but it's not really devil worship. It could change. It could easily change. of a worldwide Holocaust or a fake apocalypse. It can easily just change like that. They can just stage something, kill off 90% of the world, let those 10% have babies, kill off them, leave 9%, re-raise the babies, and call it something. Then you'll get reincarnated over time and be believing in something. And after that, growing up gay and straight, or probably just growing up bisexual, will just be the way of life. Because you don't know the old information anymore. It'll be wiped away, just like how they wiped away all Egyptian knowledge. They did it once. Does anybody know what happened in Egypt? No. All we see is pyramids and sphinx and shit like that. We don't know what the fuck happened. That shit was wiped away. And then some of the shit showed like probably during the time it was wiped away. That's why you see the drawings on the wall. I'm like, yo, we already had airplanes, this and that, and this and that. We already had that shit. This is how far it was in the future. And now the guy's drawing on the wall to try to tell you we already had this shit. Oh, that's all I got to say today, man. I'll be safe.